Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. And so I've had this story a couple times already, but I just thought about it again today, and I got some videos from old clips people were asking me about, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to put those videos together and at the same time talk about He-Man and the new adventures. So when I was a kid, actually I wasn't really a kid much anymore, but when I was a teenager, they came out with He-Man's New Adventures, and I saw the commercials, and it had He-Man in space, He-Man in space, space. I thought, oh man, that can't get any cooler than He-Man in outer space. I mean, come on, how cool is that? So I was all excited. I saw the commercial. You know, it shows this actor they hired to, fight Skeletor, and it just looks so cool. And so I was imagining big old muscle-bound space He-Man. So then I went to the store and I saw, boop, this little scrawny-looking He-Man figure, and I did not buy any of them. I was just done. I was like, really? I mean, look at the size difference. And I think I wasn't the only one. I think this probably was unsettling for a lot of boys at that time, expecting a big old muscle-bound He-Man in space, and we got this little guy instead. Now, the little guy did come with some really cool accessories. Now, I didn't actually own this toy as a kid. I own it now because I wanted to do some customizing with it. But here's the Astro Sub, and it's kind of a cool feature is that it can be a submarine or a spaceship, and then you can stick He-Man or somebody else from his team in there and fly off in this cool thing. So, and they had some other things too that are really cool, which I did end up getting for my own kids later on, is I ended up getting my kids this cool walker looking thing, and I actually got two of one for each kid. And then we got the shuttle pod also and the bolo jet, and that was it. That's all we got was those three. But what's fun is this actually mounts on that or on the end, so you can actually fly this over and land it onto the device here, or have it tall and land it on the top up there, which is really cool the way that it made that interchangeable. I'm guessing the port on the bottom here probably somehow connects to it too. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing that's what this little circle area for is right here, is to connect to that. But I don't know, I never tried it, and I don't have those toys anymore. So there we go. So as time went on with this He-Man figure, they ended up making different versions of him. They made a version where he has this really weird punch, but he's more built now, a little more muscular, a little closer to what we remember. Still not quite there. Oh, but closer. And he's got this really strange punch feature, which I never totally understood, this articulation move. Oh, and it's like, dude, you just totally destroyed the sculpt to get that crazy side punch in there. I mean, it's so weird. And it's funny because they put this metal piece right there, like it would help him punch that way for his strap, but it just never worked for the articulation. And again, I didn't buy him, but I did notice his little ponytail and kind of made fun of it. Mr. Ponytail Man. So it was kind of funny how this one does not have the ponytail. How funny. So that it wasn't until the second figure they added the ponytail in there. And then, we got this cool New Adventures He-Man figure. And this is now closer to how he should have looked originally. They should have started with this. This would have been awesome to start with. And, but by the time this came out, being it was the third He-Man released, it was too late. The line was already done for. If they would have started with this, I think the line would have been successful and it would have just totally rocked. So I, with the help of my classics figures, made my own version of what the original He-Man should have looked like when it first came out. And here he is in all of his glory. And basically it is using the classics helmet from, what is his name? Darius, painting it gold and putting that on his head. It fits really nice. Then using the armor from the actual New Adventures He-Man classics, and then using the body from the Thunder Punch He-Man New Adventures, and then using She-Ra's sword from the New Adventures She-Ra that came with classics, and just painting it all gold, and then giving him original shield, And then, to top it off, I took the armor and cut the back out so it could fit on over the top of this armor, but still have his sword revealed. So that's kind of how I ended up making my own custom. But wait, there's more. On to our next figure. Who shall be the next victim of stealing parts? You know what? I'm doing it. Masterverse He-Man. Now this is the New Adventures of He-Man, and he is an awesome idea that Mattel had that they blew. They totally messed it up. It could have been something so cool if they would have done it so it looked like the 80s figures. Well, in Masterverse, it actually does match the 80s figures, and so does Classics. So it's actually a fun thing. I actually really enjoy these figures now. Now you're probably wondering, but Todd, why? Why are you stealing parts from this guy? What could you possibly want that this guy has to offer? Well, I want his sword, because the swords always break from the 80s figures. I want his clear shield. No, not the shield. Now there's one bad thing about the shield that just drives me crazy, Mattel. And that is they did not give us a handle. No handle. So if you want to use the shield, you have to steal his arm cuff too to match. I want the armor. I want the helmet. And I need this armor too. So you may be asking yourself, but Mr. Hebrew, why are you taking all these parts? What are you planning? And just in case I get stuck, is it going to require hot water? No, not the hot water. Yep, I need hot water to steal that. So let me show you. Let me show you the cool things you can do with all these parts. So Mattel gave us a New Adventures He-Man, and it's a pretty cool New Adventures He-Man. I liked him a lot. Here he is. He's got a cool chrome sword. He's got himself a chrome shield. He has a strap across his chest, just like it looked in the cartoon. Very cool, Mr. Ponytail Man and everything. And yeah, let me get him out of here. I'm going to steal both his wrist cuffs, because you saw my custom, I had both wrist cuffs. I don't need his boots. I don't need his hands. So we will put those in the pile of things to sell, and we'll put these in the pile of things to keep. All right. Now his head's not horrible, but I don't have a need for it, so. Oh, I forgot I stole his belt too. Oh, that's right. Let me go grab those figures while this is sitting in here so you guys can see that belt snatching. Blah, 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 blah. How long can He-Man survive in 200-degree water? Yep. I have to be careful I don't have any mat underneath here like usual, because this could probably get ruined with water down here, so I need to be extra careful. Extra careful. Let's take this one off first, the easy one, maybe. Given seed item. There we go. And now the other one, which unfortunately leaves his arm deformed when you pull this one off. So whoever gets this guy to custom next is going to be stuck with a deformed left arm. There we go. Got it off. And now for his belt. That is really... oh, that's right. I had to break him. No! He may not end up... okay. Here we go. Bump, 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 bump. Move the hot water away. Put the lid on. It is time for snappage. You know, I want to heat it up first just to see. What the heck. Here we go. Oh. How deep does it go? Yeah, we're snapping him. Say goodbye to your little back. Oh. Wow. These are made stronger than 2000X. 2000X would have already broken by now. There it is. Okay. I guess we will do it the old-fashioned way. We will hot water it off. I guess He-Man just doesn't want to give up his belt. Come on, hop along, Cassidy. Get in the hot water. Herb. There we go. Let's get him out of the hot water and see if we can get his leg off. Oh yeah, see? Drippy drip drip. That would just ruin my cool stone finish. Oh, yeah, that is so deep on there. I don't know how I got that off last time. I'm sure I must have broke it. Okay, I'm going to get a screwdriver and try to take that off. I'll be right back. Alright, I got my screwdrivers. Here they are. Let's go ahead and get them out of here and see if we can't get that belt off. He-Man, give it deinem belt. And we will just do it like we do with classics and just see if we can pull. Oh, there's a spot. Oh, hot, hot, hot. Something like it. Hot, hot, hot. Da-da-da-da-da. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Alright, I can get it. I can get it. Can you dig it? I can dig it. Rip. We'll just fold that right under. And this seems to be cooling down, so I have to heat it up some more. Oh, you know what? I might get it off before it cools down too much. Go, go, go. Go, go, gadget belt. Hooray! We got it off without destroying the figure. Now to put his legs back on. And someone can buy a figure with no belt, no armor, crazy looking left arm. He has hands up too. I might have to get his hands back on. Blub, 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 blub. One man in the tub. Shake that water off. Alright. There we go. That side's still kind of tight. There we go. He puts his belt into my pile of loot that I'm going to save. And we will take this leg and put it back on. You can do it. Oh, it's a tight fit. Oh, there we go. Put this leg back on. Well, did I get that backwards? No, that's right. He's got to twist his leg around the match. There we go. Hooray! And there is the fodder figure left over that will be going into the pile to sell today. Strip down. And the last auction up for bids is... Oh, someone's already bidding. Someone bid on the custom double arm cannon. The last auction up for bids is the Pio-O stuff from the earlier video. And you can see this includes various chunks and figures, leftover pieces that I don't need for customizing. So we have a She-Ra, no cape, but she does have this one head. She does come with her extra hands though. And we have He-Man that's missing his armor, his belt, all the cool things I pulled off of him, his wrist bracers, has a really strange left arm So make sure you notice that before you buy them. You're going to have to do something with that if you plan to customize them. Nice boots though, nice legs, cool head. It's even got a ponytail. Mr. Ponytail Man. Oh, had another bid come in. Let's see what it was. Oh, I can't see what it is. It went by too quick. And then we have, of course, the extra parts in there. Crossbow. Oh, and Skeletor. Skeletor! And someone mentioned you could use his bare feet with the 40th anniversary Skeletor. I didn't check myself, but that sounds pretty cool. So there you go. They said that it was the same color. I don't know. I can't guarantee or verify that. And then, of course, one Havoc Staff. One Havoc Staff stolen from Evil Lynn's father. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Should be heated up to weaken that plastic. It's like the kryptonite for Superman, weakening him so we can do surgery on him. Let's see, Juan Solo said, I will cut the belt near the red sections. That way I can hide the cut when it's glued. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I really hate cutting the belts. I just want to remove it and stick it on the other guy. I'm going to move him off the plate here so I don't accidentally hit him and break him. And we will just set our channel locks up. Channel locks. We will just hug. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is going to work too well. Hope, hope, hope. Ha! Oh, I didn't show you on video. Oh, that stinks. Had the aim too high. I'm not going to break another one, but you guys can see with the hot water, it finally broke. So that was good. And now I got it off just like I wanted. Hooray. So now I have to get this belt onto him. Let's see how far we have to go to make it happen, Captain. Oh, you know what? This belt's too big. I may have to cut it anyway just to have it fit on there right. You know what? I may just sand it down super thin so that it doesn't fall down to his waist. I don't want like he's wearing a girl's belt. So we'll just sand it down. Yeah, because it's pretty big for his waist. Okay, let's set him aside. Get out my Dremel tool. Go ahead and heat it up just a little bit so I can clear off all the extra plastic. Let's move my Dremel tool out of the way. Clean all the dust off my hands. Yes, Charles. It's funny. He was just playing Minecraft today while he was over here visiting. Speaking of Minecraft. Alright, we tested it on He-Man. It worked great, but let's see how it fits. Oops. Wrong body. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. That will work just fine. Look at that. Dun da da, dun da 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 da. You guys can see me put it together. Sorry about that. I can just slip it right up into the crack there, and that looks mighty fine. Hooray! Now he's ready to be put away onto the shelf. Now that he has his belt, that actually worked better than I thought. That looks really cool. And again, Mike Fee, thank you for the figure. He is being put to good use, as you can see. And now I have my New Adventures Origins figure, and he is awesome. So that is how I got my Origins New Adventure He-Man. And he's pretty cool. I kind of wish that they actually released this toy back when we were kids. This would have just totally sold and rocked, because it looks like our He-Man we know and love with all the muscles and the squish helmet on there and everything else. But there's one problem with this figure. The same problem you have with this guy, and that is he will not fit into all of... Well, let's see if he does fit. I would never know his arms stick out. See, his arms are too wide to fit in there. So you can't use your old figures to do stuff. But he fits better. But still not quite. You got to really bend him up to fit in here. And then once you bend him up to fit in here, his head just protrudes just a little bit too high to close it. So this is the bad part. You got to yank off his boots. Oh, my boots! And after you yank his boots off, push his arms in as far as they can go, and stick them back in there. Whoop. And now that he's in there, he's kind of looking at a weird angle though. You got this crazy looking non-booted thing. So I made this little piece of black foam to go over the top of this. Let me raise this camera up so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. Boop, boop. And then this just kind of curls right there like a little blanket. But its purpose is so you don't see his unbooted legs. You can imagine his legs go all the way down into here now. And then you can put this on. I don't want to break it. And like I said, his arms are kind of a problem too. There you go. You can kind of get him squished in there. And there he is. Now granted, he can't really see too much. It's like it's an overhead display on the glass up here. But there you go. Now one fun feature about this, if you haven't seen my video on this Astro Sub, is it has a periscope, and you can look through this right here, and then you can see the periscope. And if you aim it down into its down mode, now you can look through the top, and it shows the bullseye of where the shot is for this missile that drops out of here. It comes out of right here, the spot, and then this missile then, oh, I dropped it, here it is. When you push the button, can then launch and drop. And I've actually tried it a couple times, and it's actually kind of accurate. I mean, not super accurate, but as far as bombs go and dropping it, it works pretty good. So you pull a little trigger here, and boom, there it goes. All right, so finally, I have my New Adventures He-Man that I have wished Mattel would have made at the beginning. And what's cool about it is he has some cartoon accurate parts. Now, granted, I'm not a huge fan of the ponytail, but that's okay. It's okay. But when you got to pull his boots off to make them fit. And his shield's not quite right, but it's kind of fun. It's a force field shield. And then, of course, his sword of laser power. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I do have his larger armor somewhere. I don't know where I put it now. So it can go. You have to take this off first and put it on. Anyway, there you go. So that's all I got. And like they say in the 1987 movie, good journey from space. Wait, just good journey. Good journey. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it.